everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Gardena with Handmade by Gardena. We are on day 10 of hashtag 12 Days of Digis 2020 collaboration by Cara Creations and Dear Julie Julie. So we're now in the double digits. We're going downhill now. So this is what we're working with today. We have 4 postcards by Cara Brandon. We have one with Santa here, some hollyberry, Santa here with some hollyberry, and a wreath with some lace here. And then we have this with Dear Julie Julie, a library card pocket with, this looks like a receipt with Santa and hollyberry on it. And then this is a library card with a Santa on a sleigh and reindeer, hollyberry, and 2 tickets with Santa on it. So that's what we're working with on day 10. So today I focused on sewing, which, like I've said before, I won't sew on camera because I am really new at sewing and my sewing skills are not very good at all. Like I said, my friend makes fun of me because I have like a very small sewing machine, like the beginner sewing machine. And I have a new Project Runway, but I don't know how to get it set up, which she's still not come over to show me how to set it up and everything because of the COVID and restrictions and everything. So hopefully that'll end soon so she can come and show me how to do that so I can learn how to sew, because it has 100 different stitches on it, but all I know how to do is just turn it on, and that's it. I don't know how to thread it or anything. That's pitiful. So this is what we're going to do today. We'll start over here on this page. So what I did over here is I took Dear Julie Julie's receipt and I did a zigzag stitch and put it on the side for a side pocket. And I took my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chopper, and it has 2 different corners on it. You can do a scallop or a stub, and this is the scallop edge right here. So I did the scallop edge here on this side here, and this is what it looks like. And this I cut apart the library pocket. I just cut this apart and I made me a label for a label to go around here, and I sewed around it. You can see how crooked it is. So I told you I wasn't a good sewer. So we're going to glue it on, which they say that is part of a junk journal, that it's not supposed to be perfect. I hear that on the Ramblin' Crafter all the time. Michelle and Clint says that to each other all the time, that it's not supposed to be perfect. Well, my sewing is far from perfect. That is for sure. And this is from one of the postcards from Cara Brandon, one of the little Santas. And I cut it off because I printed it a couple of times, and we are just going to put it down here. And we'll do our day 10 in green. And now where we need 2 numbers, I've got the 1 and the 0, and you can take a rubber band to put 2 together, like if you have to make a word or something, like say you have to make journal, you can stack them together like this, and then just take your rubber band and wrap around there and stamp it to get your numbers sort of straight. It won't be equally straight, but it sort of gets them straight. So we got that. And just for some little more decoration, we've not used this in a while, since the beginning. So we're going to use a little bit of washi tape with the holly berry on there. And run it across your glue stick, because you don't never want to not do that, because it may come unstuck. So that just gives it a little bit more security. Okay, what I did over here is I printed Cara Brandon's postcards on vellum. Excuse me. And this is what the other ones looks like. So let me turn this over and I'll show you. So I did it on vellum. So I have 3 more left if I want to use them throughout the rest of the journal, which I probably will. And I backed it onto some red cardstock and sewed around it in a small zigzag pattern. Use the corner crocodile with the scalloped edge, and we are going to turn this into a tuck. So we'll glue along through here. And when I sew it, I normally glue along where the thread is. To help that stay down better. So there's that. And I think I'm going to get one of Claudia's small flowers, because I have one of the smaller ones. This is from Claudia on Etsy at Timeless Crochet for You. She makes these flowers, which they are so cute. I love them. And we'll put it right here where this stamp should go. Okay. On this card here, I sewed around it with the larger zigzag, and I stamped it with the airmail stamp. Put some white lace on it. I cut around another paper that I had printed the postcards off of, and fussy cut around the reef, and put some corrugated cardboard underneath and lifted it up to give it some dimension. Took some green and white twine, made a little bow where the green bow here is, and that's what I did with this postcard here from Cara Brandon. And we will just stick it in this tuck here. Okay, Dear Julie Julie's library card. I stamped it with December 25th, 2020. Did a different stitch around it. And we're going to put a whale-tail tab that I got from Lori at Enchanted Dreams 71. and put on it, maybe, if I can get it on there. There we go. We will slide it in there. Okay. On this postcard here, I took some red and white ticking, just sewed on the back of it, and with a zigzag stitch, just to give it a different element. We're going to take Dear Julie Julie's ticket with the Santa on it. And we'll stick it up here in the corner. And, okay, what, oh, it's right in front of my face. I'll start to say, what did I do with my washi tape? We'll put a little bit of the washi tape on it. Just to give it a little bit more decoration. This is why my fingers are all gluey by the time that I get finished. I guess because I play in the glue as much as I do the paper. We'll put it down here. And we'll put it in the tuck. That way, maybe that fabric won't get so bent or anything. So I have Cara Brandon's other postcard that I did a different stitch around. And I've got a label that I got from Lori from An Enchanted Dream 71. That I'm going to put in the middle of it because I love that truck. And then I have Dear Julie Julie's other ticket. And I just use my scissors at the end of the ticket to make it look more like a ticket. And we'll put it in that tab, or in this tuck. So that's what that looked like. And then I took the rest of the library pocket that Dear Julie Julie had left. I cut it out. I used a punch for the side and punched it out. Used my crocodile corner chomper of the scalloped edge and put it through there. And we'll put us a little flower on it. And we'll use this green glittery one. It's pretty. And again, this is from Claudia at Timeless Crochet for You. And we will put it in this pocket too. And then I sewed a ruffle which I don't think I want to use all of it. I just want to use a piece of it that we will just stick up here on the top. So, excuse my reach. We'll grab our Fabri-Tac for that. Hope everyone is having a good day. I'm filming this the night before, so it was a pretty day here. But it's like this time of year when the sun goes down, it gets chilly again. Just want to make sure I didn't go over the edge with that so the glue wouldn't go over. Then we have just a piece of a fabric ruffle there. So today's was fairly simple, which I just did a lot of sewing, which, like I said, I won't do sewing on camera because I'm just learning to sew myself, so I don't want to put you all through that torture of watching me sew, because it's very funny sometimes. I think I thread my needle more than I do anything. Let's see, I'm going to switch this out because where this is sticking up, it is causing this to stick out a lot, and it'll eventually get to where there we go. Okay. And on this one too, I wanted to stamp Merry Christmas, and I'm just using barn door. And it got on the edges, so I'm trying to get that off of the edges is what I'm trying to do. And get this star again. Get that off of the edge right there. And we'll stamp Merry Christmas right there. Okay, that looks good. And that has our page spread for day 10. So let's do a quick recap. So, did a fabric ruffle up here with some red and white ticking. Took Cara Brandon's postcard, printed it off on vellum, and put it behind some red cardstock. Put a small flower with it's made by Claudia at Timeless Crochet for You on Etsy. And then this is Dear Julie Julie's library pocket that I just cut apart and did a paper punch of a border edge and punched it and did my crocodile with a scalloped edge. put another miniature flower from Claudia at Timeless Crochet for You. This is Cara Brandon's postcard that we put a Dear Julie Julie ticket on with Santa Claus, and then a label with that I got from Lori at Enchanted Dream 71, stitched around it with a different stitch. And this is from Cara Brandon, stitched around it with a large, oh my gosh, can't think of the stitch now. Oh goodness. Zigzag stitch. Put some lace on it, put an airmail stamp on it, took another copy, fussy cut out the reef, and stacked it up to give it some dimension. Took some green and white twine and made a little bow, and that all fits in this tuck. Here. Then on this side, I sewed with the small zigzag stitch and made a side tuck with Dear Julie Julie's little Santa here. Did crocodile edges of the scallop. Took Cara Brandon's postcard, backed it with some red and white ticking, sewed zigzag stitch around it, put some washi tape on it with Dear Julie Julie's ticket. This is Dear Julie Julie's library card. Stamped it with December 25th of 2020. Put a welltail tab on it. This was the rest of Dear Julie Julie's library pocket that I cut into tag shape. Put the number 10 on it with Cara Brandon's Santa that I cut out of one of the postcards and put some washi tape on it. So there is today's page spread of day 10. I hope you all enjoyed my video. Please subscribe to my channel. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it very much. Leave me a comment. I'll get back to you just as soon as possible. I really like comments, and I appreciate all the comments that I have gotten thus far. Everyone has been very kind to me, and I appreciate it so much. My subscriber list has increased quite a bit since I've been doing this collaboration, and I greatly appreciate it, and I want to thank Cara Brandon Creations and Dear Julie Julie for it. And I hope you all continue with me on my journey through junk journaling, because I'm new at this. I made my very first junk journal in July, and I've only made probably about 6 or 7 journals now. So I'm fairly new at it, and I learn something new every day. In the description box, I will list Cara Brandon and Dear Julie Julie's sites. I will also list all of the other elves. They are making some amazing things with these digitals. I caught up on everyone's today because I've been up very early this morning, since 3 this morning, so got caught up in a lot of videos today, and there has been some amazing videos. So go and watch some of the other elves. They are very creative. There's some very creative ladies out there, and gentlemen probably. I've not seen any gentlemen doing this collaboration, but I have some gentlemen that I'm subscribed to that does some amazing things too within the journaling world. I will also list Cara Brandon's and Dear Julie Julie's Etsy shop in the descriptions. I hope everyone is happy, healthy, and safe. and everyone is doing well. And I will see you on the 11th for day 11. And I will talk to you on the 11th. Goodbye.